Hi, everyone. We're the Pass the Time Players, and we want to welcome you to our new story this evening, Thumbelina. Now, before we get started, we'd like to invite you to like our Facebook page and follow us on YouTube so you won't miss any of our stories. But let's not delay any longer this evening. Let's meet our cast. My name is Debbie, and I will be your narrator.
Hi, my name is Betsy, and I will be playing the mother.
Hi, my name is Gabe, and I will be the prince.
My name is Curt, and I'll be playing Mole.
My name is Mary Beth, and I'll be playing the swallow.
My name is Kayleigh, and I will be playing Thumbelina.
So now sit back, get comfy, and enjoy Thumbelina. Once upon a time, there was a lonely woman who longed to have a child of her own. One day, she paid a visit to a very good enchantress who gave her a tiny barley corn. "Plant this in a flower pot," she said, "and see what happens." The woman did as she was told, and by, it began growing into a beautiful flower.
Oh, this is the prettiest flower I have ever grown.
When the flower petals opened, inside the flower was the tiniest, loveliest girl there ever was.
Hello, Mother.
Oh, my goodness. My prayers have been answered, my sweet girl. I will call you Thumbelina.
The woman loved Thumbelina with all her heart and took very good care of her. And every night the woman would read a story to her tiny little girl.
Now, here's a story about the noble dog who saved the king from the wicked wizard. Once upon a time, there was a
Mother,
noble
please.
dog.
Are there any stories about people like me?
Oh, little tiny people like you? Well, as a matter of fact, there are, Thumbelina. Look at this story.
Mother turned the page in the storybook to reveal a beautiful picture with a lush green forest and tiny people just like Thumbelina dancing in a flowery field.
Mother, they are tiny, just like me. But what are those glittery things on their backs? I don't have those. Oh, they're beautiful.
Those are wings, Thumbelina. These tiny people are fairies, and fairies have wings so they can fly.
Mother, have you ever seen a fairy?
Well, I thought I did once.
Really?
Yes. And look, here's a fairy prince and princess having a wedding.
And they live happily ever after?
Well, usually, dear. Now go to sleep now. Good night.
I wonder if there really are such things as fairies. Oh, I'm too excited to sleep. Wait, what's that sound? What a beautiful voice. I wonder who it is.
Hello.
There on the windowsill was a tiny person. His wings glistened so beautifully in the moonlight.
You're one of them.
I beg your pardon?
You must be one of the fairies my mother told me about just this very night. I thought I was the only one my size in the whole world. Hello, my name is Thumbelina.
Thumbelina. It's a lovely name.
Thank you. Could you tell me about the fairy court? Is there a prince?
The prince chuckled to himself.
Yes?
He must be terribly handsome.
Oh, he is. Thumbelina, strong and brave too. There are not many like him.
I would love to meet the prince.
Oh, I'll tell him. Thumbelina, I am the prince.
You are? Wow. Oh, Your Majesty.
Thumbelina curtsied before the prince.
Would you like to come to my kingdom? Everyone is just as tiny as you.
come and see your kingdom.
Excellent. I will come back tomorrow evening. Be ready.
But the next evening, before the prince arrived, a toad found Thumbelina and stole her away.
What are you doing? Where are you taking me?
The toad had a son who needed a wife, and Thumbelina seemed a perfect size, an excellent choice. The toad trapped Thumbelina on a lily pad so she could not get away.
Oh no, her son is horrible. I don't want to marry a toad.
A fish heard Thumbelina crying and nibbled the lily pad so it was free from the other lily pads. It started floating down the river, but the current grew stronger and stronger, and soon Thumbelina was floating out of control. Then suddenly, a beetle swooped down and grabbed Thumbelina.
Help! What are you doing? Someone please help me.
The beetle thought perhaps this tiny person could help with housekeeping. The beetle took Thumbelina to her sisters. They all looked at her and decided they had no use for her. She was too small to do any real work for them, so they left her on a nearby daisy. All summer, Thumbelina lay in the sun, listening to the birds singing sweetly. She was happy, but she missed her home and her mother. She had no idea how to get back to her own lovely flower, and winter was coming.
It's getting colder. I need to find somewhere warm to stay or I'll freeze.
It was just beginning to snow when a field mouse happened by and took pity on Thumbelina. She made a bargain. You can spend the winter safe and warm, but in the spring, Thumbelina would have to marry the field mouse's friend, the mole.
Oh no, not again. Why does everybody want to marry me?
It was too cold to stay outside, so Thumbelina decided to stay with the field mouse. She didn't have any other choice. The field mouse took Thumbelina underground to meet the mole. It was very dark, and she could barely make out the mole. He was very excited to meet Thumbelina. He didn't have many visitors, especially one as lovely as Thumbelina. He and the field mouse began to plan for the wedding. One day, the mole showed Thumbelina a dead swallow at the end of his tunnel.
Look at this. It is a gross bird.
Oh, don't say that, please.
It's okay. He's already dead.
Poor bird. Thank you for singing so sweetly to me last summer.
Thumbelina made a warm blanket of twigs and grass and covered the swallow.
This will keep you warm.
Oh.
Oh my, you are alive. Oh, but your wing is torn. I will take care of you, but we mustn't let the mole know.
Thumbelina nursed the swallow back to health. The wing was completely healed by springtime.
Thank you for taking care of me, but I must go. Birds are not made to live underground. Neither are tiny girls. What will you do, Thumbelina?
I must stay here. The field mouse is planning my wedding to the miserable mole. I so wanted to see the fairy kingdom the prince told me about, and my mother. But it looks like I'll never see either of them again.
I know the fairy prince. I will try to find him. Take heart. I will come back and help you like you helped me. Thank you again.
Don't take too long. My wedding is being planned very soon. I will keep hope to see you again. Goodbye.
Time passed, and it seemed like the swallow would never return. The day before her wedding, Thumbelina took a long last look at the outside world.
I'll miss this beautiful land and blue sky. After the wedding, my living underground will be the rest of my life.
Just then, the swallow she had helped save swooped down.
Hurry, Thumbelina, climb on my back and come with me.
Oh, Thumbelina quickly climbed onto the swallow's back. She hung on tight as they flew over fields and seas and mountains. They came to rest in a beautiful field full of flowers of every kind. It seemed almost magical.
Thank you for saving me, Swallow.
You'll be safe here, Thumbelina. This is the fairy kingdom.
It is?
The prince heard Thumbelina's voice.
Thumbelina? I have been searching for you for so long. I'm so glad you are here and safe. I wish to marry you.
Does that mean we will live happily ever after?
Oh, much longer than that.
And so Thumbelina married the prince and had a very happy life. She was able to spend time with her friend the swallow, visit her mother, and of course, live happily ever after with the prince. She was home at last. The end. Thank you for joining us this evening. We hope you've enjoyed our story of Thumbelina. Now remember, like us on Facebook and follow our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our stories. And until the next time, we are the Pass the Time Players. Bye.